bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily News Update. I'm with you, Tasnuva Tahiat. Now details this time. After decades of failed attempts, Democrats passed legislation that aims rein in the soaring cost of drugs for some in the United States. It will take years for people to realize some of the most significant savings promised in the climate and healthcare bill that President Joe Biden signed this month. The bill mostly helps the roughly 49 million people who sign up for Medicare drugs coverage, but many will be left out from direct savings after lawmakers stripped cost-saving measures for a majority of those covered by private health insurance. To look at how some might benefit from the drug savings provisions in the Inflation Reduction Act and how drug makers might push back on those efforts. Next news. Democrat Charlie Crist on Saturday tabbed Miami-Dade County Teachers Union President Carla Matz as his running mate as he challenges Republican Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida. Crist, a congressman who served as the state's Republican governor a decade ago, announced United Teachers of Dade President Hernandez Matz as he speak at a rally in Miami. The selection of Hernandez Matz ensures a Crist campaign focus on education, an arena where DeSantis has had considerable success in eliminating his conservative base. Though his hands-off approach to the coronavirus pandemic and policies limiting classroom discussions of race and LGBTQ issues, Hernandez Matz advocated delaying students' return to school in the fall of 2020 and continuing mask mandates in 2021. In defense of DeSantis' administration, following news. A Pennsylvania man was sentenced Friday to 46 months in federal prison for attacking a police officer with a Donald Trump flag during the Jan 6, 2021 Capitol riot. The Philadelphia Inquirer reported. The newspaper reported that Howard Richardson, 72, of a king of Prussia, told that the court in Washington there is no excuse for his behavior and pleaded for mercy. But U.S. District Judge Colin Collar Cotley responded, "Your presence and actions in joining other insurrections was an inexcusable attack on our democracy." Next news. As parts of rural Nevada plan to count ballots by hand amid misinformed about voting machines, the Nevada Secretary of State's office on Friday approved regulations for countries to hand count votes, starting as soon as the fall's midterm elections. But the revised regulations will no longer apply to the one county that has been at the forefront of the drive to count by hand. That's because Nye County in the desert between Las Vegas and Reno will also use a parallel tabulation process alongside its hand count using the same machines that are typically used to count mail-in ballots. All ballots in NYE County will resemble mail-in ballots. Interim Nye County Clerk Mark Kemp has in an interview said earlier this month. A short break from the daily English news of Millennium News 24/7. Stay tuned.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV. Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily News Update. The prosecutor investigating whether former President Donald Trump and others illegally tried to interfere in the 2020 election in Georgia is seeking information about the alleged involvement of a Trump ally in the breach of voting equipment at a county roughly 200 miles south of her Atlanta office. The widening of the probe highlights the latest instance in which unauthorized people appear to have gained access in voting equipment since the 2020 election, primarily in battleground states lost by Trump. Election experts have raised concerns that sensitive information shared online about the equipment may have exposed vulnerabilities that could be exploited by people intent on disrupting future elections. Next news. A federal judge refused Friday to require that Arizona officials count ballots by hand in November, dismissing a lawsuit filed by the Republican nominees for governor and secretary of state based on false claims of problems with vote counting machines. Kari Lake, who is running for governor, and Mark Finchman, a secretary of state candidate, won their GOP primaries after aggressively promoting the narrative that the 2020 election was marred by fraud and widespread irregularities. Their lawsuit repeated unfounded allegations about the security of machines that count votes. They relied in part on testimony from Donald Trump supporters who led a discredited review of the election in Maricopa County, including Doug Logan, the CEO of Cyber Ninjas, who oversaw the effort described by supporters as a forensic audit. Next news. The Treasury Department is facing pushback from the industry over sanctions imposed on a firm accused of helping to launder billions of dollars, with some funds going to North Korean hackers. Earlier this month, the Treasury Department imposed sanctions on the virtual currency mixing firm Tornado Cash, which allegedly helped to launder more than 7 billion worth of virtual currency since its creation in 2019. Mixing services combine various digital assets, including potentially illegally and legitimately obtained funds, to keep the origins of the funds secret, including money that has been stolen. In the weeks after the sanctions were announced, crypto firms and at least one lawmaker have come to the firm's defense, saying the sanctions open the door to limiting Americans' usage of privacy software. Next news. The US Secret Service said Friday that it has recovered $286 million in originated pandemic loans and is returning the money to the Small Business Administration. The Secret Service said an investigation initiated by Orlando office found that alleged conspirators submitted economic injury disaster loan applications by using fake or stolen employment and personal information and used the online bank Green Dot to conceal and move their criminal proceeds. The agency worked with Green Dot to identify roughly 15,000 accounts, seized 286 million connected to the accounts. The forfeiture effort that those to come are a direct and necessary response to unprecedented size and scope of pandemic relief, said Kevin Chambers, Director for COVID-19 Fraud Enforcement at the Justice Department. This was in the daily local news update of Millennium News 24/7. Log in to get the latest news. Our social networking site, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok is Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel M24. Viewers, now both network broadcasting Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, also all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and latest news and views. Our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA, Android, Millennium News Google, www.millenniumnews24.com. Stay with Millennium News 24. Thank you.